Before there was an army of millions, there was one man. Before the Clone Wars tore the galaxy apart, there was one choice: Jango Fett, Mandalorian warrior, survivor of genocide, father of legends, and the genetic blueprint that would reshape the galaxy forever. This is his complete story, from farm boy to Mandalore, to the template that ended the Jedi. This is Nova broadcasting the classified files on WGAI 13. Subscribe for the deep dives the Republic doesn't want you to see. The year was 58 BBY. Concord Dawn, a quiet agricultural world in Mandalorian space. Jango Fett lived there with his parents and his sister Arla, helping run their small farm. His father was more than just a farmer. He was a journeyman protector, a local peacekeeper, a man of principle. But war was coming. The Mandalorian Civil War had split the people into two factions: the Death Watch led by the brutal Tor Vizsla, and the true Mandalorians led by a former protector named Jaster Mariel. When the war reached Concord Dawn, Jango's father gave sanctuary to Morel's battered forces. Death Watch found out. They tortured Jango's father, killed his mother when she tried to fight back, kidnapped his sister. He would never see her again. Jaster Mariel saved Jango from the flames. In that moment, the farm boy died, and a Mandalorian was born. Jaster raised him as his own, taught him the code, not just how to fight, but how to live with honor. No killing civilians, no needless violence. They were mercenaries, yes, but principled ones. Jango learned fast. By 17, he was leading squads. By 18, he was leading an army. Quarter 6 changed everything. A mission gone wrong, an ambush set by Deathwatch, and betrayal from within. Montross, Jaster's second in command, left him to die. Tor Vizsla shot Jaster Mariel through the heart. Jango carried his father's body from the battlefield. When Montross tried to take command, the others refused. They followed Jango, the boy raised by war, the man who became Mandalore. He led the true Mandalorians through years of conflict, honor-bound mercenaries, the last of their kind. But Deathwatch still hunted them, and Vizsla still lived. Then came Galadron. They were hired to suppress insurgents. What they didn't know, Vizsla had paid the governor to bait a trap. When the Mandalorians arrived, they found Jedi waiting, led by Jedi Master Dooku. The council believed they were slaughtering civilians, a lie, but the Jedi attacked anyway. Jango fought tooth and nail, killed Jedi with his bare hands, but he was captured. The rest of his people were wiped out, sold into slavery. He escaped, tracked Vizsla to Corellia, and challenged him to a duel. No armor, no weapons, just hate. Jango won, left Vizsla broken, and fed him to the beasts. He was the last of the true Mandalorians, so he became what the galaxy had made him, a bounty hunter. He took Jaster's ship, renamed it Jaster's Legacy, built a reputation: cold, efficient, alone. Rosada, a Toydarian handler, was one of the few people he trusted. Then came a job that would change history. 32 BBY, a high-value bounty. Kamari Vosa, leader of the Bando Gora cult. But it wasn't just a hunt, it was a test. Dooku, now Darth Tyrannus, wanted Vosa dead and needed a clone template. This was the audition. Jango crossed the galaxy, escaped Uvova 4th, met Zam Wesell, fought crime lords, hunted Vosa, and Montross was back. Still bitter, still dangerous. Their rivalry reignited and ended. On Kolma, Jango defeated him, left him for the cultists, then faced Vosa, lightsabers against blasters, darkside rage against calculated precision. Jango won. Dooku arrived, killed Vosa himself, and made Jango an offer: 5 million credits, and something more. Be the genetic template for a clone army. Jango agreed, with one condition: one unmodified clone, to raise as a son. Boba Fett. For years Jango lived on Camino, watched his face turned into millions. He trained the elite, ARC troopers, Nulls, Alphas, but he also trained Boba, taught him everything: how to fight, how to think, how to survive. Zam Wesell became his partner, shapeshifter, assassin. Together they ran dangerous jobs, but Trust? That was rare. 22 BBY. The army was ready. The Republic was not. Palpatine needed a crisis, needed a spark. Padme Amidala became the target. Zam was the weapon. Jango was the failsafe. When the plan unraveled, Obi-Wan tracked Jango to Kamino. The confrontation was cool, polite, but Jango knew. It was time to run. Slave I roared through Kamino's skies, a chase into the asteroid fields. Jango teaching Boba one final lesson. Then, Geonosis. The first battle of the Clone Wars. Jango fought beside the Separatists, against soldiers made from his own DNA. In the arena, he faced Jedi again, and this time, Mace Windu struck the killing blow. Jango Fett died on Geonosis, but his legacy had just begun. 3 million clones bore his face. Rex, Cody, his only true son. When Disney erased the expanded universe, Jango's story became uncertain. For a time, even his Mandalorian status was denied. But the Mandalorian brought it back. The chain code, the history, Jaster Morale, the civil wars, Concord Dawn. The truth? It lies between canon and legend. Jango Fett was a foundling, raised by Jaster, trained in honor, forged in war. When Dooku found him, he wasn't just hiring a soldier. He was cloning the soul of Mandalore itself. Every clone a fragment of Jango's legacy. Every commander, every trooper, every rebel. Jango Fett, the man who saved the Republic by dying for the Empire. The man who preserved Mandalorian culture by becoming something else. The man who became immortal by being copied. Was Jango's greatest legacy the Clone Wars? Or was it Boba? Was he the last Mandalorian? Or the first of a new kind? This was Nova, and the signal is eternal.